live.
That's exactly what I get, because I was about to say something smart. That's exactly what I get. I'm a lot more comfortable.
You look comfortable, bro.
Thank you.
Your level's good?
Yep.
Get this thing going, boy.
This guy's a superhero if he makes this. I'll freaking give him my paycheck. I'll give him my game check. Huh? He made this a bunch of times. I'll give him my game check. He makes it. Whoa! Whoa! Sure we cover.
Make sure we cover. Motto of the week.
Come on, Elliot. Come on, big four.
Come on, big boy.
Let's go! Let's go! This guy's a superhero if he makes it.
Yo, come on, man. Yo, MoneyPot about to start.
I know, I'm coming, man.
Yeah, grab your notepad, man, for real. Alright, dog, fuck it, man, come on. Yeah, man, they be spitting shit, man. True. Hey. Yeah.
Side down, nigga.
Money pop, money talk. All they do is talk facts. Bird gang. All they do is talk stacks. 360 on the new view. Go run, tell the ad. 40 yard dash time. Moss Money Podcast time. S.co headlines. Money pop.
Week 4. And we are back. And we are live. It's the homie. Moss Money. And of course I got my right hand man with me. The homie. That's Dot. Steve-O. Man, I can't complain, man. Actually, I can't complain. I can complain a lot, man. Hold up. I gotta get my mellow hoodie on, man. My hoodie mellow, man. We gotta come back, man. Last week was a tough one.
Yeah. It happens.
Tough one. Yo, bro, you know what it is, man? I was thinking about this before the show came on. I'm like, yo, what is it that I'm hit or miss? First week, I went 0-2. And then the next week, I came back strong. I think 2-1. And then I went 0-2. And then I'm just like, yo, what it is?
Right.
It's the water, bro.
Water.
I need my yak back. I need my yak back because last year I was slaying it.
Yeah. Can't blame it on the water. Just, you know, it's the guides sometimes.
Yeah, no, it is.
They play against you.
It does. It happens in the betting world, man. It's a risk, but hopefully, this week. Not hopefully, we are going to have a good week this week. I feel pretty good about this week. I said this week 2. The same thing, and I feel pretty good about this week. So let's get on with the show, man. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of things going on. Of course, you see the screen on the 360 view. It's enough said in that picture right there.
That's it. It speaks volume.
And I'm gonna let you start it off because I know you got a lot to say.
Actually, I don't. I'll let you start.
Okay. Of course, the elephant in the room is the pompous, our president. Well, not my president, but the president of the United States, Donald Trump, and his comments on all of the NFL and all the sports. Where do we start with this? Where you want to go? You want to leave it alone? Has too much been said, or do you want to go right at it?
Go right at it.
Go right at it.
Pick where you want to attack it.
It's hard, man. It really is hard to attack it because you can attack it in every possible way.
That's what I said.
You can. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking about this. There's a picture. If I can find it, I'll put it up. There's a picture of when he was doing his debate, and I don't know if it was a Pledge of Allegiance to the flag or it was the singing of the Star. Was it Star? What's this? I can't even remember right now. It's the yak, man. I need the yak.
Oh man, the national anthem.
No. What's the other one they play? I think sometimes they play "God Bless America." I know is one.
Okay.
He didn't have his hand over his heart like all the other, not all the other folks that were up there, all the other people he was debating with. But then he can call out the people who take a knee in peaceful protest.
Right.
For their actions. They should be fired. They should be suspended.
Right.
And all this other jazz. Then he talks about the folks in Charleston, fine people.
Yeah, fine people.
Fine people.
With Confederate flags. Mm-hmm.
Saying racial slurs, derogatory remarks.
Right.
And we're sons of bitches.
Yeah. Fine world that we live in, man. Is
leadership is
and you lead by example.
Yeah.
And you look at it as, the president.
Right.
As kids and as youth, a lot of them look up to the president. They look to the president, as a leader.
Okay.
As motivation, as encouragement. But right now they can't. So that's why it's good that athletes and actors, artists, whoever it is, are stepping up, because right now they're the leadership that the youth need right now, along with their parents and people in their community. But they can't look to our president and say, okay, I want to be the next president. Kids in our community, African American kids, the last presidency, they was able to say that.
Right.
They was able to say, I can be the president. That this is the president. Here's somebody that I look up to.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen plenty of kids dress up as Barack Obama on Halloween. Black kids,
absolutely
they want to do their story or autobiography in school on Barack Obama.
Right.
And now you transition to now, and you look at the president. It's the president. so
it's a show.
Right. It's almost like a circus act.
It is.
You have your leader of your country not showing any encouragement. It's he's encouraging a divide.
Huge divide.
Right.
And it's happening in sports too. It's they're trying to be united, but you can see the division start to creep.
But
a little bit.
To me, it's a good target, because they know right now a lot of the stir is Kaepernick. So a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions are involved in the sports because of, NFL because of that.
Right.
And a lot of it is, our people. So
definitely.
Now you attack that, whereas though it's like, okay, I know a lot of focus is on that.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to mention that and have everybody play against each other.
So speaking of our people,
Right.
What's up with this? I'm gonna call him a clown because he's a clown. What's up with your boy Ray Lewis, man?
You know what?
He was praying.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be completely honest. At first, I guess I tried to find a reason
to believe him.
Yeah, and to just go along with Ray Lewis because I've seen him speak out on stuff before.
Oh yeah.
But now some of his words aren't the same.
They're not matching his actions.
Yeah, and it's like, all right, you was praying, but you know, as I've seen somebody say, or somebody told me, like, yeah, well, he's praying, but this is a protest line.
I'm about to say he's praying at the wrong time.
Right. If you're gonna pray, get off this line. We're not praying.
Right.
And I tried in my head. I'm like, well, you know, maybe he's praying for, you know, equality, something that they're protesting for.
Right.
Which I don't know what he was praying for, but you just don't say it. Now,
he's a clown.
Yeah,
he's a clown.
And it's like
he's lost credibility big time.
Yeah. I saw that they was putting extra security in front of his statue. No, I did. I read it.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
But you know, just back to the whole everything, man. It's just sad because now you publicly attack Steph Curry, someone that's. Look at it, he's a 2-time MVP.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that a lot of the black youth look up to Steph Curry. Just like he's a good figure in our community. He don't have any. He's married. His daughter has been, you know, just an act on, like during the news. I mean, his press conferences and everything. Yeah, she's been up there, show personality, everything.
Right.
And everyone loves them.
Right.
But you publicly attack him now. Their coach, Steve Kerr, he came out and said, well, you know, I'll do what, you know, everyone wants to do. Mm-hmm. He didn't attack him. He went straight for Steph Curry. It's like,
right.
Yeah, well, since he's hesitating, you're not welcome.
You see, he also applauded NASCAR.
Yeah, because they said, the one guy was like, I'll pack up the Greyhound and send him packing pretty much. If you're not going to.
And I think Dale Hart Jr. came out and said that they have no right to do that. Like he said, if anybody wants to protest, they have every right to protest. You know, this is part of it. You know, this is why it's a free country. Yeah. You know, so I respect them from coming out.
Yeah.
But
what I don't respect, and this is what has had me myself just feeling like some type of way.
Right.
It's like, damn, y'all televising like Jerry Jones taking a knee. You got these other owners coming out and, you know, clenching arms, locking arms together, or doing whatever it is.
Right.
Kaepernick took a knee and he's done. Like, but now y'all mimicking the same thing.
Yeah.
After he was heavily scrutinized about it and still is.
Yeah.
So it's like
the ultimate sacrifice.
Y'all applauding this behavior because everyone's doing it, but it's not for what Kaepernick was doing. Now and I'm gonna keep it 100. To me, it's like
keep it a bean.
Like, all right, they're doing it for a power struggle with Trump.
Yeah, they are.
Like, you're not gonna tell me how to run my plantation.
Exactly. And it's a great adjective to describe it because that's what it is. Because to me, Jerry's like, yo, bro, you effing up my money.
Right.
You know, like if these guys don't play, then the $1 billion, value that is the Cowboys starts to dip.
This is what makes my plantation run. These are my workers. So leave them alone. Don't touch them.
Exactly. And that's a great segue to where we're gonna go next, bro. With the whole plantation, I had a funny conversation with a friend about this. What do you think about this NCAA scandal that's going on?
It's
with the
it's
whole
not surprising,
basketball.
honestly.
No, of course not.
But wait, before I go, I'm gonna just encourage y'all to read a book. It's called $40 Million Slave.
Okay.
And it's about like black athletes, how pretty much they're getting paid, but just the stuff that they got to go through and to keep this image is pretty much like the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. But the NCAA, I'm not surprised at all.
Nah.
It's not surprising. I mean, to be honest,
I think it's deeper than when it's actually even showing.
But to be honest, they put us on how long ago when Blue Chips was out.
True.
That's not false. They knew that's what goes on.
Yeah, right.
And in a sense, they were saying pretty much those players represented that was in that movie was pretty much represented what happened with them personally.
Right.
Yeah, it was. I'm not sure if that's the truth. Like, I don't know if they gave Shaq a car or whatever.
I'm pretty sure.
But best believe, those guys got whatever they wanted.
It's the greatest business model ever. You make money and you don't have to pay your workers nothing.
Right.
Like, I got into a good debate with a friend about how it kind of weighs the same because you're getting a free education, free room and board.
Right.
You're getting fed well and stuff like that. But these universities make billions.
Yeah, they do.
They make billions. TV deals, merchandise.
Right.
New buildings.
Just
and just the actual student body itself.
Right,
like, people
right.
go to these schools because they know they have good athletics.
Right.
It's an experience for the person. I mean, we're talking about pro football has, 50, 60,000? College, we're talking about 100,000.
Yeah.
100,000 fills up Beaver Stadium. And they sell out.
All the time.
They sell out, bro.
But, it's going to come to a point possibly where they start compensating.
They got to do something.
But to me, I don't know how the outcome would be. I would love for them to get something. There's no reason that these kids should be starving. They shouldn't have no access to food after certain hours. Have their stories where they like Sebastian Napier. He was at that time probably the best college player.
Mm-hmm.
He helped his team win a national championship at UConn. So for him to say it was 19, he didn't eat. Like, this dude is taking you out where you need to go, and he's not eating at night.
Right.
Rasul Douglas had a story. He's like, he would have to walk. He said he walked in a snowstorm to go to McDonald's. He had $5, and he was able to get 5 things off the dollar menu.
Right.
And he knew to himself. He said, if I eat 2 tonight, I'll have 3 to last me through tomorrow. That's insane. You're at West Virginia. That's a big time school.
Yep.
There's no reason for that.
And it's crazy too because, like, why do these kids even go? Like, these kids aren't interested in class.
They want the experience the same way you said with the
Right.
100,000 kids. They
Right.
wanna go there.
Yeah, and they're not. And if they're good enough and they know that they're going to make it, like, why am I going to class? Not even that. Like, the
But
women.
see, now here's the thing. That's why I'm not sure it's a good idea. That same kind of piggyback off of what you said.
Right.
They don't really care. They don't have no need. But now you're giving. Let's say that they give the kids a stipend of what you think is fair, maybe like 15, 20 grand
In a year?
Yeah. Or you believe they should get more?
I don't know. That's a lot.
So what should they? That's what I'm saying. What's fair for them?
I think if they do a system, it's got to be, since these schools are so big and they have
everyone has to get the same amount.
Right. No, I agree.
Across the board. I don't care how big of a star.
Yeah. No, and I think they base it off their scholarship, whether you're full-time scholarship or part-time or partial.
So, all right. So, what do you think?
I'm thinking it's got to be some type of credit they can use within the actual, like, community. Like, it can't be cash.
So how much are you thinking?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know because I don't.
All right, let me say this. Hypothetically speaking, let's say they give them.
Let's say $5,000 a semester.
All right, so that's $10,000 a year. I'm thinking, let's say they do like $15,000 stipend, whatever you get.
Right.
All right. Here's the scenario: like you have kids that's 17 at sometimes, 18. You give them that much money. Okay, I understand if you got to use it a certain way, but there's ways around it. They're going to find.
Right.
Okay, I got $10,000 to spend at the bookstore. Let me go buy $10,000 worth of stuff, and I'll get $7,000 cash.
Right.
So now you got different ways people going to finagle it. All right, I might be a bigger store, and I'm gonna go bully you because I'm the man on the team, and that you gotta give me $3,000.
Well, it's got to be kind of. I mean, we're getting off a little bit where we're
Yeah.
going, but it's got to be to a point.
But I'm just saying,
where,
I don't think they're responsible enough for the cash.
Well, you got to make it where if you don't use it, you lose it.
Okay. But yeah, that was my whole thing I'm getting
Yeah.
at. I don't know if they're responsible enough to get a certain amount of money. But like you said, they got to have it where as though they can use it wherever it is.
Right. So, more in the news today. Hugh Hefner died.
Yeah, I seen that this
That's
morning.
crazy.
Yeah. That's
You know
all
he
I
died
saw.
next to a blonde.
Or, hey,
Yeah, true.
a few.
A few.
Yeah.
And I was reading some stuff on Hill, and the funny thing he said, for men with low self-esteem or, just having, a hard time, in the dating world, he said that this was his best pickup line. Hi, I'm Hugh Hefner.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and he said that's what he used. Even before he was actually, known as Hugh Hefner.
Right.
That's all he would say, and it was a wrap. Shout out to the GOAT, man. R.I.P., man. I can't be mad at that, man.
Go.
Hey, 80, 90 years old with a bunch of blondes around him. That's 20.
Yeah.
That's a GOAT. That goes down as the GOAT in my book, buddy. All right.
No doubt.
So we got a new segment that we always start for some new listeners. It's Jawing Out of Pocket. And pretty much what the jawing out of pocket mean, obviously if you're from Philly, you know what jawing is. If you're not from Philly, jawing can be anything, everything, anybody. It's just all in context.
Right.
So,
Person, place, and thing.
absolutely. It's a noun. So let's kick off some music, some Philly stuff. Take us back a little bit. I got something for you, buddy. A little blooper here.
Let's see what you got.
Let me bring it up. This is from the homie, Fletcher Cox.
Been ruled out.
Yeah, he has been ruled out. That's not surprising. It was coming.
Yeah. It's pretty durable enough.
Yeah. So this is I believe this is his nephew. Hope y'all can see that. This is 12-year-olds, bro. By the way. Wait for it. Wait for it. Look at this tank.
Wow.
Boom!
Oh, God. You got Jesus Christ. CTE.
I'm sorry, little kid. But, homie, that joint was out of pocket. That wasn't even fair.
Yeah, God bless him. R.I.P.
He was 12, bro. 12. Second one. I think this is just going to be the banner for today. Right here with my man Brian on there. Talking to the homie Trump. To the homie Trump, man. You out of pocket, bro. Straight up. So, if you guys got anything, little bloopers, little sports stuff, feel free to send that over to MoneyPotPodcast. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. You can send it to the email moneypotpodcast@gmail.com, or you can go on the website www.moneypotpodcast.com and send us some bloopers, send us some stuff. We'll throw it on air. Everybody likes to get a good laugh, man. So let me know. Philly.
What you got next there, buddy?
NBA, man. What's up with these super teams, bro?
Hey. That's what everybody want to see, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what you think? You think it's good or bad for the league? What you think?
I'm going to tell you this. I bet you the ratings in the league go up.
Of course, yeah.
So that's a good thing for the
Yeah.
league.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I can't be mad. I mean, I think it feels like it pushes all the younger talent. You know, obviously all the young talent who gets the high draft picks. You know, to all the other teams that obviously that are not as, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't know? You gotta help me out here, buddy. Sometimes it just lapses. It's just right there. It's right there to say it. Not as attractive as as some of the smaller teams like the Sixers, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
see, it gives some of the teams a chance to rebuild on their own.
Right.
You know, such as the Sixers. You know how they was able to draft Embiid, Simmons, Fultz, acquire draft picks, move around.
Exactly.
It's just gonna have teams, take their time. But I think what'll happen is too, like teams like the Sixers or a team like the Timberwolves or younger teams like the Bucks. As their guys get a little older and start to hit their peak, they'll probably shuffle around the league too, like spread out, go to different destinations, and just spread it out. Yeah. How do you feel about it? That's how you feel?
That's how I felt. That's how I felt. A little late, but that's how I felt.
Yeah. That's right. That's how you felt. You couldn't think of it.
Yeah, I couldn't think of it. No.
But no,
it's a video game to me. It really is. Like,
life.
Yeah, like when you obviously when you start a season and then you kind of trade and how you can push trades through on a game.
Let me tell you this. Did you hear that what Carmelo said?
No.
He said that him and Paul George were supposed to go to
Cleveland. Yeah, I heard that.
Night.
Yeah.
That would have been insane. I wonder who would have got pushed out. Probably
Love. Yeah, it would have to be Love. There's no way they do it without Love. That's two marquee guys.
Kyrie was in the deal.
That'd be dope to see Love in Oklahoma, OKC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Him
and they would have. I mean, they would still have Adams.
Russ's boy. They played at UCLA together, so
yeah,
they boys.
Yeah, so that would work.
And he just signed a contract to stay in OKC.
$200 million, right?
206. Yeah. Big time. But I mean, I just think it's gonna be interesting.
And real talk, bro. I was shout out to homie Nas. Hey, yo, you show the shirt, man. For the homie Walt, man. We got you, bro. We ain't forget about you. There you go.
There you go, man. Raiders Nation, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. All right, you can take it out of here, man. Shout out to the homie Nas. Nas said you're on North 23rd Street. Fresh Prince Inc. always giving us the best and latest MPP gear. But what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Russ. I was in there talking to the VP, and he was talking on the same thing. Russ just got paid. He didn't really get paid compared to what he's gonna bring to that city. That's just like Curry.
No.
Curry got $200 million himself. What was that franchise before Curry and then after Curry? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We talking possibly close to what? 700-800 million, maybe getting close to $1 billion that the Warriors are going to be worth soon.
Right.
And they're paying Curry $200 over 5 years, not every year, over 5 years. So, I mean, to us, obviously, it's a lot of money. Everybody would want that, even a small slither, piece of that pie, that money.
Right.
But in the big scheme of things, that's another just paying the best worker on the plantation.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
So I think OKC is going to be a tough team, man. Melo don't have to worry about being a man. He don't have to worry about pretty much anything but playing ball.
Yeah, but can they play as a team? They're all isolation guys. All three of them.
They was all in the top 10 of points scored in isolation.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
But I mean,
you're right.
But I mean, what do they call Melo? A black hole. Once the ball goes in there, it ain't coming out. So it's just like, do we watch Melo go one-on-one for like 15, 20 seconds, breaking this guy down every play, and then give it to Paul?
I think they're gonna figure it out, to be honest. Because none of them ever played with all of the talent they had.
No, not at all.
So now they can they don't have to be the primary scorer.
Right.
So they'll take whatever comes to them, and they're gonna get a lot of open shots because Westbrook, as you see, led the team league in triple doubles, assists. He'll get them involved. I think they're gonna be all right. They're gonna be very, very tough. They're gonna pose a threat to Golden State, but I don't know if they'll beat them.
I don't know. Are they deep enough?
I don't think they're deep enough.
Who's coming off the bench? They even know?
Raymond Felton. I don't know if they start Patrick Patterson. Maybe Patrick Patterson. The other kid, they got another point guard. But I just don't know if they have enough depth.
They got Grant still. Jeremy Grant still there.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, Patrick Patterson. Some no-name guys. They got Nick Collinson.
Yeah. So that's what's gonna hurt them.
Yeah.
The only team that's deep enough is Cleveland.
Cleveland is
They got a lot of depth.
a lot
on their team.
So me and like I said, me and the homie, we were talking about this too. And if you look at their bench, Rose coming off the bench,
average 18 last year.
then you got J.R. Smith already said it's not even a problem. I know where I'm coming off.
Yeah, he knew that. He's
Shump.
Shumpter's gonna be gone. He's the odd man now. He gonna be dealt.
You think so?
Yeah. What? They don't need him. No way, no how.
You don't think he's coming off the bench?
No.
Okay. And then you got Channing Frye.
Crowder is coming off.
And
the
then
bench.
Crowder. So we were talking like, yo, that's like the New York Knicks starting lineup.
Yeah.
Like real talk, coming off the Cleveland's bench.
Right.
Crazy.
And not to mention Kyle Korver. You forgot Kyle Korver.
Oh yeah.
Right. That's why Iman Shumpter is the out man now. He's out.
So what is he? 10? 11?
I don't know, but he's gone. Because you don't choose him over. You don't need him for his defense no more because you got Crowder.
Okay.
Crowder and JR off your bench to play defense is good.
Yeah.
Then you have D Rose as your point guard.
Who's their 5? Starting 5 without IT.
Without IT, Derrick Rose, Wade, Brian, Love, Tristan Thompson. Yeah, you got to start Wade. You got.
Yeah, he's not coming off the bench.
Yeah, and then your second unit, you got Jose Calderon as your point.
I forgot about Calderon.
Yeah, you got Calderon as your point. Korver, Smith, Crowder might play the 4.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said
Yeah,
Crowder would play the 4.
Crowder probably play the 4.
Yeah.
But they got Jeff Green too. So it's like the one dude he said the other day at work, he was like, yo, Ross, shout out to Ross. He was like, yo, my homie said, look at this Kyrie and look at LeBron's team. He said he probably tell Kyrie like, yo. No, he said it looks like LeBron is loading up for war. Kyrie only got Gordon Hayward and Al Horford. He's like, those guys not going to take you to war with Golden State.
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly.
Yeah,
It's gonna be ugly. What about them Sixers, man? What's up? We talking about everybody else but the Sixers. I'm trying to look for the video now. I saw a video looking like the process wasn't looking good. They're missing layups.
Oh yeah.
They're missing
that warm up video.
Yeah, that warm up video.
Kevo sent over.
Yeah, they're missing free throws. I mean, it wasn't even like 1-on-1 or like 5-on-5. It was just regular warm up shooting
against the air.
I mean, it was 0 for 10. They'll be.
I think they're gonna be good.
They'll be good. Yeah.
They'll be a number 6, number 7 seed.
I think they get 6. I think maybe 5 or 6.
Nah, not 5.
Give me the top 5. Cleveland, Boston, Toronto,
the Wizards,
okay.
the Bucks,
okay.
Miami's gonna be up there.
Yeah, Miami is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sixers. I mean, I think they all can. Either way, can go up the line, any position.
I don't know. Wizards might fall a little bit.
They're not gonna fall out of the top 5.
They lost Morris though. Morris was a good
No, they
team.
didn't. They didn't lose them.
Oh, it was the other one.
The other one came from
Phoenix.
the Pistons.
Oh, the Pistons.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, it's creeping. It's coming.
A good 6 seed. That's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, that's big. That's huge from last year. From where they come.
Good 6, maybe 7.
That wasn't me, buddy. It's a ghost in the machine.
Touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em high, and watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly. On the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
So we got 3 teams in the NFC East.
Okay.
2 and 1. Rank them. From 1 to 3, what you got?
Eagles, Dallas, Washington.
I got Dallas, Washington, Eagles.
You too hard on them.
I'm not. I'm a realist, bro, and I love my Birds and everybody.
But how can you put Washington over them and we beat Washington?
That is true. I just think Washington's a better team because they're healthier.
They don't. Nah.
What do you mean? No, our secondary is.
They hurting too on the defensive side.
Yeah, but not like us.
No.
We just lost our best player.
Yeah, we're gonna fight through it. We'll be all right. But
and we're starting a rookie in a 7th round. What was Mills? 7th, 5th?
7th round pick.
And the 7th round pick is our starting secondary.
Okay.
I don't. Is Hicks playing? Hicks playing, right?
I don't think so. I think Kendrick's gonna get the start.
Oh, he's gonna move Kendricks to the middle.
Yeah, that's what he played. Cause you know.
I like the.
But you know, last game they played a lot
What's his
of.
name?
Joe Walker.
Yeah, I like Walker.
Yeah.
He's a thumper.
He had a good hit with him and Vinny Curry on the goal line.
Yeah. Curry finally showed up and made a play.
Yeah, no, he showed up the game before too.
Curry's ass, bro. I've been trying to tell you that for a while.
He's
for what he's getting paid, he's ass.
He's okay.
He is ass.
He's okay.
He's getting paid like a top 10 defense end.
You can't blame him for that. But anyway, I just think I don't know, man. I can't put Washington over.
Well, I look at it like this. Dallas was last year's division winner. So Dallas by default. Until somebody wins the division, it's, got to put Dallas one. And plus, they're just a more talented team in the division. I mean, even though their defense is a bunch of no-names, that offense is just filled with just talent. And they're just a talented team. I give it to Washington because I just think they're better than what people think. They're well coached. And I just think that they're healthier than the Eagles. Even though we beat them, we should be 1 and 2. We should have lost that New York game.
We're 2-1 because we should be 2-1.
You're out of your mind if you think we should have won that game.
They shouldn't have scored 24 points in the fourth quarter.
We shouldn't have made a 61-yard field goal.
Doesn't matter. He made it. What I say all the time. You're a kicker. Your job is to kick. I don't ask you to do anything else but kick.
Not from 61 yards.
He kicked it and he made it. And that's what he's supposed to do.
I can dig it, bro. I ain't mad at you. And speaking of injuries, how about my man D Sproles, man? I feel bad for him, man.
Yeah.
I feel bad. What is he made of? He's a goddamn little Terminator. Broke his arm.
And it's
tore his ACL on the same play and then walked off like nothing. He walked off like he was normally walking.
Word.
What? He's gonna play again. He's gonna play next year. I think he's gonna be a Steve Smith.
I think it all depends on his recovery too. If he don't.
Did you see the post he put up?
No, what did he say?
So he put a post up, because obviously we love, our favorites, and I think he's become a fan favorite. And
I don't see why not.
And he just thanks for all the support and all the ongoing well wishes, and he just put in hashtag the comeback will be real. I think it's gonna be like Steve Smith. He don't want to go out like that. Yeah, he don't want to end his career on an injury like that.
So with that being said, he comes back next year.
Does he have another year on his contract, or this was the last year? We were at the sign for like a 2 year.
It was his last year.
Yeah. So he'd be a free agent. So it'd just be interesting what he would do in that case. I would love to have him back because I really think the Eagles are going to be really good next year. I really do think the Eagles are going to be really, they're going to be close to, NFC Championship talk next year.
Okay.
I mean, I think we're borderline a playoff team. We're hurt right now. We need to win a couple, couple games to get through a couple, tough stretches. And like you said, the record does say 2-1. You are what your record are.
Absolutely.
I think Bill Parcells said that. And you have to win games, either ugly or good or whatever. As long as it's a W at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And you move on.
Yeah,
you learn from it and you move on.
And I completely agree with that statement. So, I hope the homie has a speedy recovery. Like I said, I would love to have him back because I think we're going to be loaded next year, especially if we bring back our receiving core.
Right.
I think we're going to be loaded, for.
I think they will.
once
I
it's
think
third-
they're
third year.
starting to, gel. And a lot of people was a little down on Alshon Jeffrey.
Right.
Even like you said something like, "Oh, he had just the okay game," which is cool.
Yeah.
But that was a big time catch. I don't think no receiver we had last year would have made that catch.
Oh, the sideline
Yeah,
catch?
in the crunch.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
big time
Absolutely.
catch. He went up there, he got it.
And he
got
makes
out
that
of
catch.
bounds.
He makes that catch like 8 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, just the fact that you have the faith to throw that up to him, it's like, all right, he got a chance. If I throw it in the spot, he's got a chance.
Yeah, no,
And
I
he
agree.
got out, and we didn't have that last year at all.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I think I think they're going to start to gel. This could be a week where, it's good for them because, the pass rush with Bosa and other guy, I can't think of his name. It's going to be tough. But
Yeah.
they lost they top corner.
Yeah, but they're still good, man.
Yeah, but I think it'll be a game. It might come to a shootout. But yeah, I know you said something about you mentioned Rasul Douglas. Like, how do you feel about him?
I'm still on the fence. It's only 3 games. I think now, I always thought that the beginning of the year is always where you kind of, like the first week. The first week, all the underdogs covered, and you didn't know what from what. The second week, it was a comeback where all of the teams who should have won and are favored to win, they won. And then
Right.
last week, a lot of the dogs kind of covered as well. So I think this week it'll be kind of more normalized, just a little bit. I think week 4 is when you really start to see people start to separate from the pack, and you'll understand who's really a good team and who's not. And there's going to be some pretenders and ones that are kind of like still on the fence. And that's how I feel about the Eagles. I'm still on the fence.
Okay.
I think with a lot of experts and a lot of like thoughts and people who talk sports, like they're around that 8, 9, and 7 record.
Yeah.
And it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard to get 9 wins on their schedule.
I don't know. I can see him getting 9 wins. We already at 3, so 6 more.
You just counted this one as a 1, huh?
Well, we had 2. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We had 2.
But I like how you feel.
Yeah.
I like the
we had
confidence.
2. But it's. I think like I said with the kid Rasul Douglas, I think he's showed up. He showed he can play.
He reminds me of Mills' attitude. He's gonna win some and he's gonna lose some, but he's gonna keep fighting.
But you got.
I like that I love that he loves to tackle. I love a corner who can tackle.
And he went up and got that ball against Brandon Marshall.
Yeah.
So you I think like this week is gonna be a little tough for our corners.
Oh, it's gonna be really tough.
They're gonna have to put, I think, Mills on Williams.
That's a mismatch.
Not Mills. Rasul Douglas, because he's 6'2" and he's 6'4".
Yeah.
Now Mills, you got to put him on Keenan Allen.
He's gonna get cooked.
We don't know. The thing about last week that I liked about him, he didn't give up no big plays. He didn't give up none.
He gave up 2 touchdowns.
What I'm saying is he didn't give up nothing over 15 yards. The touchdowns was inside the red zone. The one was just a spectacular catch. You don't see too many people make that catch against your shoulder pass. Other one he got beat bad.
Yeah.
But I don't.
And he dropped some. And don't forget, Beckham dropped a couple.
He dropped a couple and he defended a couple too. So
right.
it wasn't bad. I think he.
But that's what you get with Mills. He's gonna fight.
Yeah.
Regardless,
and that's what I like.
He might have the best case of amnesia, like in the NFL.
Because he made that after he got beat for the 2 touchdowns, they came back to Beckham and he knocked the ball out on the 3rd down.
Right.
And it's like, damn, you what can you ask for? You'll take that.
So what do you think about Smallwood? Everybody hates him for some odd reason. Nobody likes this guy.
You know how I feel about him.
He ran hard last week. He did. I mean,
so
no pun intended. Actually, kind of. Actually, yeah, pun intended. I'm rolling with Blunt. You dig me?
Me too.
But he looked good. I think he compliments Blunt well.
He had a good game. I'll give him that. He had a good game.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take it away from him. I just know that we'll see what he gives you this game, and then I'll evaluate him after that.
Right.
Because the first 2 games.
Yeah, because when Sproul's out, he's really gonna be under the microscope.
He's gonna get more carries.
Yeah.
I actually like Clement.
If they give him the ball.
Well, he had the ball, I think, like 6 times last week. And
Yeah.
He scored off the one time.
Blunt is going to probably get the first 10. And then how Blunt is running.
Nah, I think whatchamacallit mix up in there because they like Smallwood as a change of pace back.
They do.
So he'll get
he'll be in there and passing downs.
Right.
But even though Blunt is, Blunt can catch the ball at the backfield.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He just doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know
I think
why.
He got under 50 receptions in his career.
But he can catch. That's the funny thing. Yeah. He can catch.
That's the reason I throw it to him.
And then the last thing I had about the Birds, man, going on until we, we'll keep moving on. What's up with this pass rush, bro? Like, where is it? I mean, I love Barnett.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. Last week, it was a game where it was a 3-step drop ball game. Right. So everything was getting out. They had some pressure. They didn't get any sacks. They had pressure a few times, but we'll see again this week. Like the first 2 games, they was dominant. So it's not like it's missing. It just that offense.
It's missing.
Not after. I can't say that after one game. That was one game. First 2 games, they dominated, and it was a whole different game plan. He was catching the ball, getting it out. They was throwing slants the whole game. So
yeah, it was smart.
Yeah, because they was playing 6-7 yards off the corners.
And they're going to do the same thing in San Diego.
And you were able to run that slant. So he was able to get it out. It wasn't, I don't think it was that as bad as it.
All I'm saying is Vinny Curry better get some goddamn sacks. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mop ass. So on to another new segment. Doing some CB, CFB, some college football bets and previews. The homie BDiddy, friend of the podcast, part of the money team, round table, handicapper, was on last week, gave us some locks, gave us some good picks. I didn't get a chance to look at his picks last week. I think he went 2-1 in his locks. I'm not sure what his bonus picks were. I think they were on the positive side. I want to say if he gave us 7 or 9 bonus picks, I want to say he was about 6-3. So, shout out to the homie BDiddy, even though he couldn't be with us. Definitely going to be with us next week. Hopefully, either live on the big screen or actually in person, one of the two. But he did send me over his locks for y'all who are looking for some college football bets. His 3 locks, he loves Georgia this week, and I actually do as well. I was looking at that game too. -8. I know they're at home. They're starting to really, really come on. And that running back is just trucking along, and that defense is serious.
And the thing about it, they used 4 running backs throughout the game.
Do they?
They used 4 last week.
The one kid's from the prep, right? He's a Philly boy.
I'm not sure. I know they got
Swift, I think his last name
Nick
is.
Chubb. Oh, if it is Swift, yeah, he went to.
He's a freshman. Yeah, he went to prep.
Yeah. Wow.
So Texas A&M -7.5. I don't know what you know about that. I know you're the little college guru over there, bro. You gotta help me out. I do pro stuff.
Yeah, this week I honestly didn't even really get a chance to look at it.
So 3 locks from the homie BDiddy. We got Georgia -8. We got Texas A&M, and he likes the Colorado game over 64. I'm not sure about the Colorado game. We usually do a buy and sell segment. I'm definitely buying on Georgia, and I'll take the homie's word for it on Texas A&M. I don't know too much about Colorado, so I'm gonna stay away. I was actually looking at Bama. I know they're going against Ole Miss, and it's a big spread, -28. But I read a stat that teams that are favored.
Hold on, let me guess. You read a stat that Ed's gonna give up Longo play calling. How crazy is that, though?
Yeah, how crazy is that?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That is
crazy.
Much so. He was in that system.
Right. So minus 28, I think is the spread for Ole Miss and Bama. And I believe I read a stat that teams that are from, is Ole Miss in the SEC? Yeah. So SEC opponents that come off a big win and then are dogs by more than 14 points are like, against Bama are like, I forget what it is. It was crazy. It was like 60-something% that Bama covers the spread.
Yeah, they covered last week. I think Vandy.
Covered.
Yeah,
they destroyed Vandy.
And Vandy's an SEC team.
Right. So that's one to look out for that I saw. And then the Texas Tech versus Oklahoma State. The over is really high. It's 84.5.
Wow.
But I like the over. I like
Texas
the over.
Tech and who?
Tech and Oklahoma State.
Okay.
Two high scoring teams. I think they both average almost close to 40 points a game, if I'm not mistaken. So check those out. I'm buying BDiddy's picks for Georgia and Texas A&M, and I might throw Bama on there. A little small, maybe 3-team teaser. You know, I think that might be the move for tomorrow. You got any? Which ones you like, homie? On the sales, or buying sales?
I'm gonna go with Bama. Or was that one you just talked about?
Yeah, that was the one I just talked about.
Yeah, I'll take Bama all day.
All day?
Yeah, I think they're starting to get it, just rolling, man. They're just gonna start rolling.
Yeah.
That's it.
I can think.
And Oklahoma State, that over wasn't bad though. Cause you think about it, they're definitely gonna score. They usually score around 30 points.
30 to 40, yeah.
Yeah, and I might go with the under though, because I don't think that.
Well, I'm gonna tease it down.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that on the 3-team teaser. I'm gonna put. I'll just do a 3-team teaser. I'm gonna put the over on there.
Okay.
But I'll do Georgia, Texas A&M, and Bama. So Georgia and Texas A&M just to win, and then Bama to cover by 3 touchdowns.
Sound like a good ticket to me.
Yeah. Now let's get to what I do. So, we're in week 4. I actually wrote down my record so far, bro. Not looking good.
Don't sound good either.
Yeah, right now my best bets, I am 3-5 against the spread, and then overall I'm 21-21-1. Ugh. Most experts, as they say, they throttle around about 60%. You're about pretty solid in 60%. So last year I was at 61.4.
Okay.
This year, not so much so far. But it's week 4, and like I always tell people, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So we got ways to go, and I'm feeling great this week.
Solid.
Feeling great this week. Feeling great this week. We starting it off, boy, with locks. Locks. Give me the Saints, bro.
That's crazy. I got the Saints. I don't have them as a lot, but I definitely got the Saints.
Give me the Saints.
Yeah.
I love New Orleans in this game. Cutler reminded us of who Jay Cutler is last game against the Jets.
Right.
And if this game was in New Orleans, and because it's a neutral field in London.
Right.
And if this game was in New Orleans, you add that little rule of another 3 automatic for the home team.
Right.
How wouldn't you love New Orleans at home -6 or -6.5? You know what I mean? You love New Orleans at home a touchdown against Miami.
Yeah, I definitely got New Orleans winning this game.
And then a low key thing that nobody's thinking about Miami, their travel schedule so far. I don't think they've been home in like the last 3 weeks, and now you're gonna ship him to London. Remember the hurricane? The hurricane pushed everything back. They didn't practice at home. Yeah, and then they practiced, and then they played in another stadium. So that travel is low key, could be a problem. And going over to London, you can forget it, man. Lock it in, New Orleans. Next game, Carolina and New England. What you got for me, buddy?
I got New England in this game. It's crazy though. Carolina has the #1 defense so far in the league.
Do they really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Because their offense is trash.
Yeah, I can see Tom going for like 4 touchdowns.
I can see that too. They're gonna have to because New England's defense is trash.
Yeah.
They I don't know what happened to them, but I mean Hightower. I guess Hightower being out is really like it's so huge because they are trash. But Carolina is so decimated on offense. But I actually went Carolina here with the points. I think they're going to become a running team. I think they're going to go back to that keep pounding mentality. Right. They're going to have to run Cam, even though he's not.
I don't think he's already healthy.
He's not.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to run him because they're going to have to keep Tom off the field. That's the only way they're going to win. I mean, keep it close. I think they keep it within 9 and might get a push. That's what the spread is sitting at now, and everybody's on New England.
Right, at 9.
Yeah, everybody's on New England. 91%
It's on New England.
It's New England.
Yeah.
I mean, and Carolina's terrible, and I don't, and I believe it. Next game. I feel like this is a lock, man. I didn't write it down. That's one of my locks, but I feel like it's a lock.
What you got?
The Rams in Dallas.
I like the Rams +6.
I like Dallas, man. I think the Rams are overrated.
I thought that at first, but their defense is tough.
Yeah, but what do you do against a good defense? You run the ball.
It's I don't think it's that easy. They defensive line matches up with Dallas's all.
No, they don't.
Donald is going to destroy Martin. Mark my word.
That's a good matchup.
It's a good one, and Donald is going to get the best of it.
Let me see. Who did the Rams play so far? Yeah, like look who they beat. They're 2-1, and they beat the Colts and the Niners.
So what? They're not.
Those are terrible. What do you mean? So what?
They're supposed to beat them.
But they're terrible.
They're supposed to beat them.
And then they lost to the Redskins.
Yeah.
Who are a running team.
I don't know if they ran that much against them.
They kept them honest.
Yeah, but I believe I like the Rams with 6. I don't know if they'll win, but I like them +6. Absolutely.
I feel like Dallas is a lock here, man. I really do. I really do feel like Dallas is a lock. So scratch me in for Dallas though. -6.5 is what it's looking like.
Cool.
Next game. Detroit and Minnesota. This is a tough one, bro.
I'm going
no slam me sleeves.
Detroit +2.
Detroit +2?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to think here.
You see how close they were to beating Atlanta. Atlanta is considered the best team in NFC.
Right. But Minnesota didn't lose a beat without Sammy. That's what gets me. That their defense is stout enough and strong enough to hold.
They lost the first game without Sam Bradford.
Nah.
They 3-0.
They're 2-1.
Yeah, so they won the first game with Sam Bradford. They lost the second game. He didn't play, and they won the last one. Because Sam Bradford played in the opener when they
lost to the Steelers.
And Case Keenum started.
Oh yeah, he did start.
Yeah.
And they beat the Bucks.
Yeah.
They destroyed the Bucks actually.
And it's crazy because it was a stat that Case Keenum was 3-0 against the Bucks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to that guy who found that. Yeah, man. It's tough for me to go against Minnesota, man. I think that defense is good enough to keep them in the game, and I think they run the ball. I think Cooks has a good game. I'm going Minnesota. I like Minnesota here.
Cool.
Next game. This is almost a lock for me here too, man. Did I write this down as a lock? No. Tennessee and Houston.
Lock me up for Tennessee.
Word. There you go.
Word.
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 There you go, Steve-O. That's what I'm talking about, Steve-O.
Yeah. Lock me up for Tennessee.
Lock you in for Tennessee?
Yeah.
I like Tennessee too. A lot of people, I think, are overvaluing Houston here. They have a good defense, I understand, and Watson does look good. He did go into New England and almost win that game. But that defense in New England is also trash. And one of the things about a good pass rush to slow it down is you run the ball. And Tennessee is a power running team. They're not going to go against Houston and try to throw the ball everywhere. I mean, Mariota could, but they're not going to do that. So I like that pick. I like that lock. Tennessee it is. Next game. Jacksonville and the Jets.
Yeah, I think this one is a lock as well.
Yeah?
Give me the Jags.
Yeah.
Yeah. +3.
+3?
I took my roof off at the red light. Trap, 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 trap.
Believe it. Believe it, brother. I'm telling you. The Jets. The Jets covering this game.
Nah, give me the Jags -3. Nah.
Trust me. Watch out for the Jets, bro.
The Jets are who we thought they are.
Watch out for the Jets. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not even going to try and pump up the Jets. I don't even know anybody on the team, but watch out for the Jets.
Fucking stink.
Ha! So does Blake Bortles, buddy. Next game. Cleveland and the Bengals. Good old Ohio rivalry.
Yeah, I like Cincy in this game.
Yeah, I do. I like Cincy in this game. I think, what's it, Deshaun Kaiser. I think that I read a stat that he is the worst quarterback in the NFL. I think his QBR is like 53% or something. He's had some good moments, but I think Cincy going there and handles business.
Yeah, I think Andy Dalton has a good game too.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to go 0-4. I don't see Cincy. I see Cleveland obviously going 0-4 before Cincy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Next game. Let's bring that music back, bro.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Dollar, 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 dollar. Ching, bling, bling.
Pittsburgh and the Ravens. Lock me in for the Steelers, man.
Yeah, I got the Steelers.
Lock me in for the Steelers, bro.
Definitely got the Steelers -3.
Yeah, man. I think we've been waiting for this offense to wake up.
I'm hoping Le'Veon has that game, man.
Waiting.
I've been winning without him even having a good game, but I just need.
Oh yeah, you wanted them 3-0 in Memphis.
Yeah. Both joints.
Look at you, fantasy guru over here, feeling good.
Hey, man, I play to win.
Smiling from ear to ear.
I can't get too happy. It's only week 3.
Yeah, that's right. Cause I'm 0-3 in one league. I'm trash.
Yeah.
But I lost David Johnson, and I lost Fat Rob.
Yeah, that's big.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Next game, the Buffalo Bills in Atlanta. Now be careful. Buffalo is one of 2 teams that are 3-0 against the spread. What you got for me, buddy?
I got Atlanta, but I
You
also,
don't like it?
I also wrote next to it the buy points. If you can buy it down some.
Get a touchdown.
Yeah, but I like Atlanta. I don't see Buffalo beating them.
Yeah, I mean, I love Tyrod Taylor and DFS in this game. Oh my God, I think he's going to shine big time. This game's tough, man, because Atlanta's good at home and they play fast at home, but Buffalo has a really good defense, and for whatever the reason is, they don't have anybody of name where they outshot McCoy, and maybe Charles Clay. But they stay in games. For whatever reason. They stay in games.
No, I agree. I have to agree with you on that.
So I can see Atlanta winning by a touchdown. I think it's -8 for a reason. So I'm going to ride with you, bro. I'm going to stick with Atlanta. Obviously, I think Atlanta wins the game. But I think they cover. I think this could be an easy 34-24 game.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't see Buffalo scoring more than 24 points. Next game. The G-Men and Tampa Bay. What you got for me, buddy?
This was a hard one, man. I don't know. This they playing in Tampa, right?
They are playing in Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa just came off a loss. I don't know, man.
Let me make it easy for you.
Go ahead.
Take the G-Men. Take the Giants.
Take the Giants.
Take the Giants.
What's the spread on that one?
The spread is -3. I take the Giants. I think it might be the first time in his career if he goes 0-4 in Eli.
Right.
I think Tampa needs more time
Okay.
to get it together. They said, I didn't see the game, obviously, but they said Winston missed a lot of balls at D-Jack deep. And it's just going to take time. And we all like Winston. We all like his maturity. We all like where he's going
Right.
as a quarterback. But it hasn't translated on the field just yet. He's still making mistakes. He's still throwing picks. And he's still, not being the quarterback we all hope he is. Give me the old veteran. Give me the G-Man.
I don't know, man. I think I might have to ride with Tampa.
I can dig it. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna ride with Tampa.
Solid. Next game. And I hate to do this. I really do. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
That's three.
Here
Yeah.
comes the money.
I don't feel good about this one. Doing this. But I got to. Oh yeah, I'm doing what I'm doing. Hey man. It's all about the money at the end of the day, brother. You come to the show for locks. You come to the show to know who's going to win. Where to put your money. Chargers.
It's crazy because I looked at the line. I didn't even write one down for this one.
Chargers.
I looked at the line and what the Eagles, +2, pretty much.
Chargers.
Yeah.
Cox is huge. Wow, did I just say that?
Yeah, you definitely did.
Pause.
Major pause.
Fletcher Cox being out
What?
is huge.
Yeah.
That is a huge blow to our defense. Not even forgetting that we're decimated in the secondary.
Right.
And like I said before, Carson Wentz he's still missing the deep balls. And he's still missing a lot of opportunity to put points on the board. I mean, we don't have. I mean, I want to say we have a running game, but we don't. It looked okay last week.
But see, the Chargers don't have one either right now.
But with Fletcher out, I think they will.
Nah, Timmy's still there.
He's not Fletcher Cox though.
Timmy is really good.
He's not Fletcher Cox though.
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Him against the
We're
run.
talking about one of the top 5 interior linemen in the league.
They're not going to miss a beat without Cox.
Ooh.
They're not going to miss a beat.
You're out of that's a lot of faith in Timmy.
It's him, and I think
He ain't the $100 million man.
I think Bo Allen steps up too. Bo Allen's really good against the run.
Yeah, he is, but he ain't Fletcher Cox, bro.
Again, I think they will be perfectly fine.
You taking the Birds?
I'm taking the Birds.
Solid. Next game.
That's a scary one, though.
Niners
Christ.
and Arizona.
Give me the Niners plus the 6.5.
Oh, that was a confident call.
Confident, very confident.
Confidence.
Arizona hasn't really. They ain't blown nobody out yet.
They haven't shown anything yet either.
Right.
Nah.
They hurt too. They banged up bad.
Yeah, no, they banged up bad, and a lot of what people are forgetting, they're winning on jump balls to Larry. Like that's really. I mean, some of those plays last game with Palmer, he just threw it up, and Larry just did what Larry does.
Right.
So, I don't know, man.
A touchdown is a lot.
Yeah, but you put Peterson. You put Patrick Peterson on Garcon. I mean, what? It's Hoyer.
Okay. That's when they use everybody else. It's not like Arizona.
Who's everybody else?
Arizona's not. They're not scary no more.
No, they're not. Not at all.
So it's just like you use whoever you got.
Yeah, man.
If Carlos Hyde is healthy, I think he has a really good game.
This is a tough one, but
I like that 6.5.
yeah, I'm seeing it at 7 right now, so it's a touchdown. I'm gonna go Arizona. I can see this being like a 24-14 game. You know what I mean?
Okay.
24-13. I don't. Brian Hoyer hasn't shown me diddly squat that he's gonna. Is he anything of the past when he was putting up numbers?
They came back on that Rams team.
The Rams aren't that good. I'm trying to tell you.
But the Rams got a better defense.
Yeah, they do.
Rams defense is
They do.
tough. They came back, so they fought, and they all divisional teams.
Right.
So
right.
I know that division games are played a lot tougher.
I hear you. And I almost feel like this next game is a lot. Oakland and Denver.
I like Denver.
Yeah, I like Denver a lot in this game too. I like Simeon at home. I think they show up. I'm still confused about this Oakland team because I called it last week. They went to Washington and got smacked. So I don't know what they are just yet. They're banged up. Cooper dropping balls. Crabtree's hurt. Lynch is, we see glimpses of beast mode, but he ain't having beast mode games.
Right.
He's not doing, 25 carries, 115 yards, and maybe 30, 40 yards at the backfield and 2 touchdowns. Like, he's not doing that. He's doing 15, 18 carries for like 60 yards. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going with Denver in that pass rush and that defense. I like that defensive matchup.
Okay.
Next game. Colts and Seattle.
I'm taking Seattle all day. I'm gonna take Seattle.
Yeah, you got to take Seattle. I mean, this should be probably a lock. I mean, you got Brissett going to Seattle, easily top 3, if not top 2, hardest places to play in the league. It's his first away game as well. He's not going to be prepared for that crowd in the 12th man. I think Russ has a good game. With nobody on the field but Russell Wilson, I still think Russell has a good game.
Yeah, I looked at him. I got him down as one of my fantasy favorites too.
I think he has a real good game. So, yeah, you can put Seattle. It's close to being a lock. If that line starts to creep near to 10, you love it. But I don't think nobody's gonna put that much money on the Colts to get it down to 10. Last game, Washington and the Chiefs. This is a tough one, bro. I know it's not for you, but it's a tough one.
What's the spread on that one?
It's 7 right now.
And that's to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
If it stay at 7, I like Washington against the spread. I don't think they'll win the game, but I like them against the spread.
That's a good call, bro. That's a really good call. It's going to be tough to, just like Seattle, Arrowhead is extremely tough to play. And they are playing out of their mind. I think I saw a record that 9 games straight, I believe, 9 consecutive games straight, they've had to play over 50 yards. So they're getting those explosive plays every game. I don't know who Norman's going to cover. Do you make Norman shadow Hill?
Yeah, I think so. Then you let everybody else.
But it's still a mismatch for Hill.
Oh, yeah, it is. No. For Hill, or you mean for Norman?
No. I mean, Norman's a big body.
Right.
So the bigger the receiver, obviously the better. Hill is Beckham.
Short and shit.
Yeah, he's that fast twitch.
And here's my thing. This is my look on that matchup. I think.
I don't know if you put Norman on
is
him.
going to lose some battles because he was getting burnt by Torrey Smith, but Carson Wentz missed him twice.
Exactly.
And he got burnt by Torrey Smith.
Right.
Torrey
So
Smith don't have
so I don't know if
that
you do
Hill
that.
speed.
Yeah, I don't know if you do
Now
that.
it's either you.
Who's the other corner over there?
Breland.
I think you go with Breland. You try to bracket him. I really do.
But see, the way Andy Reid uses him is he moves them all over the place.
Yeah, he does.
It depends, man.
It's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be a good game. I like that Washington pick. I'm gonna ride with you on that one. I think Washington keeps it closer than what people think. You could see 27-24 in that game.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's go. What we got next, bro? Before we wrap up the show, we got some DFS. What were your locks, bro? I know I got New Orleans, Chargers, and Pittsburgh.
I had Tennessee
Yeah.
and the Jags.
Okay.
Yeah, Tennessee and the Jags.
Cool. Solid. So what you got for me, DraftKings, DFS, and make sure y'all check us out on 1 second, bro. Check us out on DraftKings. We have a league going on. I believe it's close to 40 people in there, 40 to 45. Check me out on the forum. Hit me on Twitter. Hit me on Instagram, MoneyPotPodcast. If you want to get into the DFS DraftKings MoneyPot Podcast League, 40 people. We go every week. $10, not too much. Top 2 places get paid. I think last week was close to 150 or I think we were a little less than 40. I think we had up only 25, 30 people go. So I think tops like did 175 or something like that, somewhere in there.
Okay.
But it's climbing. So get in. Get this money. What you got for me for DFS, DraftKings, bro?
Tight ends, I got Zach Ertz, Fleener, and Charles Clay.
Right.
Running backs, I like McCoy.
Love Charles Clay. Good call.
Fournette, Jarvis Allen, Chris Thompson, and Hunt.
Okay.
Receivers, I like Chris Hogan.
You're going deep, boy.
Yeah, Chris Hogan, Keenan Allen, and
I got Allen.
Devin Funches.
Okay.
And the 3 quarterbacks I got is Russ, Andy Dalton, and Tom.
Solid. For me, I got Tyrod Taylor. I got the homie Simeon. Zeke as my running back. And Gordon as my running backs. Receivers, here's a sleeper. Matthews from Tennessee. Rashard Matthews, I believe.
Okay, yeah, Rashard.
Yeah. Keenan Allen. And here's even a deep sleeper. Torrey Smith. Might have one of those catches.
Okay.
I can see Torrey Smith having 4 catches, but for like 90 yards and a touchdown because he broke a 60-yard touchdown.
I hope so.
Or something like that. I like Clay, as you said, and I like Eric Ebron. Or Urban, I think that's how you say
Eric
it.
Ebron.
Yeah. There you go. And for my defenses, I just kind of just put Seattle. Gotta love Seattle.
Got to. Bless you.
Thank you. So, we're locked in college. We're locked in DFS. We're locked in for the Eagles game, man. Thank y'all, everybody who joined us. And the camera worked. Kept it on for over an hour and 15 minutes, man.
That's good.
Late night MoneyPot Podcast. We out of here.
Peace.
Come on, man. Yo, MoneyPot about to start.
I know, I'm coming, man.
Yeah, grab your notepad, man, for real.
Alright, dog, fuck it, man. Come on.
Yeah, man, they be spitting shit, man.
True.
Yeah.
Go.
MoneyPot, money talk. All they do is talk facts. Bird gang. All they do is talk stats. 360 on the new view. Go run, tell that. 40-yard dash time. Moss Money Podcast time. S.co headlines.
MoneyPot.
Sure.